As far back as I can remember, I always wanted 5,078 subscribers on YouTube. To celebrate this incredible milestone, let's answer some questions. What NASCAR drivers whose careers ended before or were in their twilights by the time the chase/playoff system was introduced do you think would have had the most/least success under those formats had they driven under those formats in their primes? I think Mark Martin would have struggled more than he already did, and I think Harry Gant would have automatically qualified for the Final Four in 1991. If you could have a NASCAR race anywhere, where would it be? The short layout at Brands Hatch. And if I can ask multiple questions, you're paying for this, so sure. Favorite livery of the last 30 years and favorite truck series driver in the series history. There are a lot of liveries to pick from, so I'm just going to throw up this one for now and call it a day. And as for truck series drivers, I really like John King. He just kind of showed up and won the biggest race and then disappeared. Why are you a fan of racing? I think I always was, from the first time I saw it when I was like 3 years old. My parents weren't though, so I'm not really sure how it happened. What are your opinions on Austin Cindric? Austin Cindric is a really interesting case right now because he got his cup ride through a family connection that no longer exists, so he's on his own now, but I think he's just good enough to keep the 2-car for as long as he wants it. As long as he keeps putting up like a win or two every year, I think he's safe. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Sometimes. Are you secretly a Kyle Busch fan? No, I'm not. But he's got a lot of narrative potential about him, so I don't think you've seen the last Kyle Busch video on this channel. Who is your favorite driver? I don't really know. I haven't had one for a couple of years, and the story of that is something I'm saving for a big video that's not going to come out for a long time. What do I do with lobster? You tell him to bring it out. Show us your NASCAR bracket for the in-season challenge. I never made one. It's just not something that I'm going to care about until like the semifinals. Besides, I kind of thought that making a bracket was going to be pointless because the first race was at Atlanta, and we know how that ended. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is purple. Would you be interested in a possible collab video with another motorsports YouTuber? I think if we both had a lot to say about a topic, it would make sense, but no one's ever reached out to me, and I've never reached out to anybody else about that, probably because I'm not on Twitter and everybody just assumes you are, but if anyone wants to, I'm on Blue Sky, so they know where to find me. What is your favorite sport not involving vehicles? It's definitely hockey. In fact, I've got a couple videos about hockey I'm working on right now. If you look in the channel description and you see occasionally other things, like 90% of that is hockey. Strawberry or grape jelly on a PB&J? I'm gonna throw a wild card at you and say raspberry. Your choice of NASCAR playoffs or lack thereof? Get rid of them. They're immensely stupid, and I can't bring myself to care when like the 13th place guy in points wins the championship. I'm not really loud about it on here because everything that could be said has already been said by other people, but I really want NASCAR to get rid of the playoffs. Who has had the best villain arc in NASCAR? Kyle Busch. It's the narrative potential I was talking about earlier. Favorite cereal? When I was a kid, I really liked Life. And the worst paint scheme I've ever seen is any car where they get a child to design it and then they make it look like crayon on the actual car. I hate it so much. You know that's not what the kid wanted it to look like. You know that. Riverside or Ontario? Riverside. All-time favorite race can be from any series. That GT2 race at Laguna Seca where Jan Magnussen and Jorg Bergmeister were going at it like it was going to determine the fate of the known universe. Also, crunchy or smooth peanut butter? Smooth. Who was your inspiration for making YouTube videos? The obvious answer is John Boyce, but it's more than just him. There's a few other people in there like, Bobby Broccoli, Slap Shoes, Defunctland, and especially Pinholes Graham, whose Playoffs Past series directly inspired the 2015 Chase for the Cup video. Are you secretly Emp Lemon? No. What got you into making motorsports content? I feel like there wasn't a lot of what I'm doing in this sport as there are for other sports, and it's what I know the most about. That being said, this isn't only going to be a motorsports channel forever. I think I already mentioned hockey earlier. I've got one hockey video that I'm pretty far along writing. I'll show you the thumbnail for it. Here's the thumbnail. I'm going to put that on Patreon sometime over the summer, and then when hockey season starts, it'll come up on the YouTube. And that was the Q&A. Thanks for watching, thanks for asking, and thanks for 5,078 subscribers.